K7 space station, excuse me. As you can see, I've done most of the assembly. This guy's actually not on permanently, the top saucer, so I can take it off to fix up my joints. There we go, where needed. I'm actually trying something new with this one. I'm using a wall putty, spackle, whatever you want to call it. This is the stuff that goes on pink and then dries white. So there's a couple reasons I'm trying that. One, you can actually use a damp cloth to wipe it down, sculpt it, etc., etc. So I'm going to try that. And we'll see how that turns out. Might work, might not. I skipped the boring step where I've sanded all my seams except the two-piece here. This is pretty rough shape. By removing the alignment pegs, the fit is much better. Still had to work some of the ribs a little bit, but not too bad. And as you can see, I've already installed the domes, because I'm going to mask those at the same time as I do the rest of the paint job. Now this might not show up. See that? I get a little flasher on top there. It doesn't show up too well right now because the dome's lit. But once that's all taken care of with the painting, that'll show up much, much better. Now here's the biggest thing. I can go ahead and turn this guy over. And look at that. So here's what I've done. When I did the last video, the capacitor failed. That's why the light stopped flashing near the end of the video. I got 3 flashes or 4 flashes out of it, and then it gave up. So in order to be able to service the board if I need to, it's in the base. So, you know, I've got power coming into the board. On the underside, I just ran power right back out to do all the running lights. And as you can see, this guy here, I put the 3 fiber optic strands into a little styrene tube, sealed everything up with, oh my goodness, shrink tubing. And these guys, one runs to each outer dome. So as you can see, here's the, pardon me, it's not great, but gives you an idea what's what. Okay, all the domes work. That was all lit up. I've done almost all of the sanding and filling. This came out very well. If it'll focus. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, I used the wall spackle, and I was able to oh, excuse me. Let's try that again. There we go. Whatever, it doesn't want to focus. I was able to sculpt around the joints, and came out very well. I still got to do some final sanding down the base, and I've got one joint in the middle here that's kind of bad, but otherwise the sanding is done. So all that's left to do is mask the windows on the various domes, and then we can hit it with primer, then paint. And that's what I'm going to focus on today, is doing the masking. Let me unplug this. As you can see, I've already put one piece of masking tape on there. So that's our first window. But I've used the ruler and my X-Acto knife, and I just, made some, vertical and then horizontal lines that represent the windows. And I'll just, pop this guy out. And there we are. First window. So I'm not going to show the whole process, but you get the idea, and I'll come back once we have her wrapped up. Well, it took a couple hours, but I got everything wrapped up. Got window masking done with masking tape. And it is a somewhat random pattern. This one came in a little too symmetrical, but oh well. So all that's left is this terrible seam right here. I don't know why this one was so bad. And here it is in all its K7 glory. And the decals I had some trouble with. They split
a lot. So I just worked around that, and I was able to recover the A, B, and C for each of the, so you can get that focused, for each of the outer pods. But as you can see, everything turned out nicely. Same thing as last time, we got some nice subtle shading. This decal turned out better than the last time. I'm very happy with how the windows came out. And I don't know if it's going to show it here, but yeah, the camera doesn't pick it up that well, but all the lights are flashing on the top of the outer domes.